There we go. How's it going, Nakam? The Warlord is back. I always forget that we have that capability now. DarkBriton is back with another One Piece manga chapter, live reaction, and panel-by-panel breakdown. And I've got some lads with me. How's it going, gentlemen?
All good. Going all good.
There we go. I like to see it. I love to see it. And y'all are all set for some One Piece. And we're just going to go ahead and jump on in. I'm going to go ahead and start.
All set for peak fiction, baby.
I think this is peak fiction. I think this is peak fiction. Because he has Doffy!
To the Lord, Oda's Sunday of Oda!
Yes, we probably should start praying because we have the cover page, reader request, Doflamingo offering his coat as a new home for a chick that fell from the nest. And it looks like he has a band-aid that he's going to put on the bird's head. That bird's going to grow up to be a monster. Also...
Doflamingo, good guy?
Don't start. With everything happening between Lucci and everyone else, just let's not. Kaku, the fact that Kaku is in the running is just like, what's going on here? But yeah, looks like Doffy is being a good lad. So reader request by Micro. I'm gonna say Micro, but since it's a Japanese request, it's probably Michiro. And by, of course, Eiichiro Oda. Thank you, Nakama. Translations by Stephen Paul and lettering by Nessa Satone. And chapter 1083, The Truth of That Day. I don't think we have really panel by panel, but in this regards, only 15 pages. This means we're getting heat, but oh. Not good. Drew, you take on
15 pages last week, right?
No, I think we had like a long one last week. But Drew, it's up to you.
Okay.
You'll do 2 and 3.
Okay, got it. I managed to complete all of my objectives. Broadly speaking, I have 3. First, to destroy the symbol of the celestial dragons in a declaration of war. And real quick, I want to say, Kawabaka Queendom. And we got the beautiful heart-shaped castles and the curious folk out in the courtyard. Okay, and then Sabo's talking about his declaration of war for this against the celestial dragons. Second, to free as many slaves as I possibly could, and take back Kuma. And third, to venture into the land of the gods and destroy their food stockpile. How did I do? Oh, there we go. Well, you certainly drew the world's attention. That's my even good impression. Well, you certainly drew the world's attention, my boy. And thanks to the fact that you kept a large part of the Navy's strength occupied.
Wait a second.
This is Dragon. Okay, well, we'll pretend Dragon said that for now.
Why is our live chat disabled?
What's that?
For some reason, our live chat's disabled.
Oh, interesting.
What?
Oh, hey, and can you also, if that's the case, also while you're in there, do you see our, could you adjust our box so that we're both in the screen more? Or, because I'm in the major part of the screen and then you two are shrunken. Is there any way to adjust that at all?
Well, yeah, I can do that. I'm just more concerned about the chatting function.
We'll figure that out later. Okay.
So no chat for today's stream.
As co-captain here, I gotta keep us going. So I'm gonna let you look at all that, and I'm gonna keep on going here.
Yeah, keep going.
Is that a good plan?
Yeah, go ahead and keep going. Huh.
Okay.
Sorry to everyone in the stream. Yeah, I'm very sorry. I'm gonna mute real quick. Go ahead.
Okay, now here's Dragon. Let's say even in the first bit, that Dragon's like, all right, I'll take over. Our influence in a dozen countries around the world sparked the people to take up arms, ending in 8 successful revolutions. But don't forget, out of those 8 countries, one was Shueisha, which vanished mysteriously without a trace. Eva, oh man, great panel of Eva looking hella clean and clear, good and precise. So is Dragon. Like a nice profile shot. They don't write about it in the papers, but the 7 countries now under new leadership. They cut off all heavenly tribute to the government and stopped exporting natural resources. All around the world, all revolutionaries are attacking the government's cargo ships, cutting off vital supply lines to Marijoa. They like to call Marijoa an impregnable fortress because of its great elevation. Right. And then, so I do these 2 pages.
So I'll go for the next page,
Yep,
right?
and then Sigrain goes, I figured out what happened.
Do we do something naughty?
In the settings, right?
No, in the settings I had it as, yes, it's made for kids, and that does not allow for chats.
And now you can change it?
Yeah, so I don't know if chat... It's up to you guys. Do you want to restart?
No, well, can we use the same info, or will it clear the info?
I have no clue.
So
I have live chat.
How many people do you have on the screen?
Let's check and see if live chat is up and going yet. Live chat.
So there are 4 watching. I have 1 open here, so I'm one of those watching.
Oh, nope, you can.
We're the only ones watching, because then has 2 screens
so
open.
that means
I think there's
2 screens
1.
open.
Right.
Because I have 2 screens open.
Yeah, I know you do.
Okay,
God bless
so
you, but yeah, so it's all of us watching it right now, so we could just end
we're
it.
We're just in a loop watching
Actually,
ourselves.
1 second, because... Yep. Here we go.
Have you
Okay.
changed it?
Yep, it's on. Oh, it scared the living out of me.
Okay, let me refresh and see. Oh yeah, it's back.
Nice.
Alright, sorry guys. Sorry, Drew. I was not paying attention. But in that context, we can go ahead and jump back in.
Hi! It's just us.
Alright. Alright, Sigrain, your turn.
Alright, moving on. Next page. But they have no defense against a lack of food. Okay. Let's see how you like living without money in the bank or dinner on the table. Yeehaw! That will hit them hard, won't it? Almost certainly we haven't cut off all their supply lines, but they are surely starting to feel the pain in the capital by now. Of course, these are not the kind of people to stay quiet under duress. If they mobilize the Holy Knights, that's where the fighting will begin.
Oh boy. That's a new... Is that a new one?
Look like
or...
Celestial Drag, or
Holy Knights? So there is a separate force that we don't know of yet.
Yeah, I think that's the first time we've heard of it. However, let's be honest. Now that we're finding out about the Seraphim, it's a good possibility those are the Holy Knights. That or we just have like even more monsters that Oda has incoming, which I'm fine with both.
That's what I'm thinking of. I don't think it is a Seraphim. I think it is a separate faction.
They're setting up like the fights between celestial dragons and the revolutionaries. Like maybe some team, like matchups.
I'm
I
interested.
don't know. This is fun. This is fun. I like the idea also that there's two different battles, right? Like, what if Luffy never even sees Emu or any of that BS? Like, you have the revolutionary battle, which will have a marriage show, and then you have the pirate battle for the One Piece that'll happen on the ground. And then after that, then they can link up and resolute or whatever. But I like the idea that the revolutionary army like goes all out against Emu and they just get defeated and they're just done. That's kind of fun, but we'll see.
Interesting. Anyway, alright, so moving on to the next page. Sabo, I mean Flame Emperor boy. You're the one that will you're okay, Flame Emperor boy. You're the one that will be after most of all. Still not feeling that name. Regardless of the truth behind it, the assassination of King Cobra has turned you into a hero in the people's eyes.
Huh.
What are you thinking? Are you frozen? He's frozen. Okay. I thought you were just pausing for dramatic
Oh, okay.
effect.
Yeah, pausing for dramatic effect. This helps with let's see here. So Green, go ahead and wave your hand when you feel like you're back, and then I can go ahead and jump in.
Okay.
Since
Ooh, hey, how's this? You do Dragon and I'll do Eva.
Sure. Regardless of the truth behind it, the assassination of King Cobra has turned into a hero. Has turned you into a hero in the people's eyes. From the perspective of the rebellious, anyone affiliated with the world government is an enemy. Oh, that's still him. Oh, he's still going. Wow, I've never known him to have this much dialogue. Of course, there are many wicked kings who oppress their people, but there are also wise and just kings who are capable rulers. Yet Dragon is just that dude, man. King Cobra of Alabasta was...
Green back?
So Green, raise your head.
Mr. Green, are you back?
Yeah,
Okay.
I've been here, I think, all this while.
We couldn't...
King
well,
Cobra.
you froze. So I'm right at King Cobra of Alabasta. Start there and then finish up your page. Sorry.
Alright, King Cobra of Alabasta was known for far and wide as a noble leader, a man of great character. But news does not always spread accurately. Well, I'm sorry to King Cobra, but this suits me just fine.
Interesting.
So, what I'm confused about that particular sentence, that the assassination of King Cobra, is it that he assassinated King Cobra, or his name was or because of the affiliation that Dragon was talking about, that King Cobra is viewed as an enemy?
It's kind of funny. It's like they're like,
sure.
oh my god, he's the most respectable of all these dudes, the 20, whatever, all these ruler people. It's like, oh, but we have to assassinate him. Oh, he's really respectable, but we'll have Sabo assassinate him. Like, we'll pin it on him because we know he's here. We just found him, and then everyone will be mad at Sabo. But everyone's like, well, we didn't even know he was a good guy. You know, who cares? He's some rich noble asshole that's eating a lot. So
Basically,
that's cool.
that's how it works.
I think it's you next.
All right, so, oh man, it's one of those things where we're getting lore dumps, but it's also, for me, it's more impactful that this is more of character building for Dragon, just because this is literally the most we've ever heard this man talk, outside of the backflash with Vegapunk. Like, literally, this is the most we've ever heard this dude just go on. So, I'm just soaking it all in. All right, going on to 6 and 7 and 3.
Otis been cooking this. He's been ready
just
to
cooking.
This character.
Just cooking. Anything that gets the flames of revolution burning. Okay, Sabo. I like that attitude, Gope. Oh, he's drinking something. Let's hear your story then. Tell us the truth behind this article. Do you see that photo? Cobra's laying behind him.
Like, no, I was like really looking at like something else here.
That's Cobra on the ground.
That doesn't really tell me much.
It tells me that he's dead.
Yeah, that does do that.
It's King Cobra assassination. So yeah, this is the photo that was like, everyone was like, oh my Sabo, blah blah blah, and everyone was freaking out. And even Luffy was like, Sabo would never do that.
Well,
Go ahead.
Cobra sounds like an evil person too. Like Cobra, King Cobra. Oh man, he sounds evil.
Oh, of course. We tearfully begged and pleaded, searching for a reason for you to do this. We want to believe you. And then he's just looking at it, he's like, ... It all began that day. Over 1 month earlier. Yeah, I'm not even going to begin to try and play the games of like where all this plays. Over 1 month earlier, and you just see fire just engulfing the back. Land of the gods, sacred Marjoa. Intruders in the land of the gods during the reverie. Agents to arms. The food storage exploded. 4 revolutionary captains. We're under attack. We've been sighted. So it's now very interesting, this whole aspect of their food intake. And how many celestial dragons are there? That's kind of now my question, because like we've only really seen St. Charles and his family, but if they've been at this for like 900 years of inbreeding, there's got to be like lots of people. So their food storages have to just like dwindle, especially with how indulgent they are. You know what I mean? It's not like they're rationing their food.
A constant supply.
Well, they were. That was the whole point. That's when you guys were reading earlier. Dragon said they cut off a lot of their food intake, and in a place that doesn't even grow their own stuff. It's about to get really interesting. See them having to ration. We're under attack. Have we been sighted? Blast it all! They're not just satisfied with desecrating the symbol of nobility. They've got to take our gourmet food too? Exactly. They won't eat normal people food. It's ugly jealous from nameless peasants. Catch them all and strike off their heads. Oh my god, these people are just... And when that's done, put our security forces to the sword next. They deserve death for letting this happen to us. These people are, every time, they just show how horrible they are.
Look at their teeth. Like a horse.
Oh my god, she is...
No wonder their heads all look like dicks.
I see what you did there. Alright, gentlemen. Is there much more of a panel by panel? But I think this is pretty all said, self-explanatory, right?
Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, I'm so happy that their food's getting destroyed.
Oh, yeah. Alright. Samurai Drew. It's all you. Next to you.
Okay.
I love how that rhymes.
Okay. I told you to pull faster, you lazy mutt! What if something would have happened to me? Enough! Come my own! Consider yourself terminated, scam!
Whoa!
And then... my god!
Oh my god!
Who did that?
Please
Shot!
Please tell this devil fruit!
Takes a gun. What's that?
Please, please tell the devil fruit. I hope he get this devil fruit.
I
hope we get this devil fruit. I hope we get this reveal. Please.
Oh man, I almost want to pause just because I want to scratch my brain for a second before if that happens. But okay, Kara shot and takes a gun out of the Celestial Dragon's hands. Doesn't seem to harm the Celestial Dragon at all. So definitely showing some reserve here. Second is okay. So this hawk power was also in Naruto, and I'm trying to remember who had it.
Itachi.
Itachi. Itachi has this crow power, right? Who else though? Oh, My Hero Academia. There's a crow dude, right?
Are you talking about Takayami?
Yeah.
Because this is completely different.
No. In My Hero Academia, there's the crow guy.
There's the guy with a crow head who's like the edgelord darkness guy. I wouldn't say he has like crows.
I'm trying to put my finger on it. I feel like I've seen this like massive crows thing that's really a person, but I guess that's just Itachi. So, okay. So Itachi's devil fruit. Itachi fruit. Okay, fine.
The Itachi fruit. This dude.
Okay. Running into town to the east. All right. Hi, I'm in town to the east. All right. Die, rebel. Boom, 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 boom. And here's some Logia, BS here. Boom, boom, boom. Evacuate to safety. Mount, Saint Plumbing. Got him. Pump him full of lead. Eradicate him entirely. Excuse me, sorry about that. What the? He's been eradicated, but... And there's all this smoke, and then they...
Is it smoke?
Behind them, and they'll get chills.
So,
They get chills.
do we want, or... Oh, this is a flashback, too. So, Segrain, it's on you. Give us a countdown, though, okay?
Alright, 3, 2, 1, go.
Hey.
Belly suit. Oh, it's here. Right? Yeah.
Interesting.
There's the devil fruit. There's your devil fruit.
Interesting. It's Soot.
What?
It's Soot.
It's suit.
The stuff from Chimneys. He's basically ashes.
He's a Logia soot user?
I don't know if it's Logia or not. It's Soot. I don't know what Soot is being classified as.
In that panel before, they always do this when they're showing off a Logia power, right? Whenever they're doing the gun thing. Like,
So
it
Soot's
looks
like
like Logia.
sand. Interesting.
If you say suit, it should be Logia. Since suit is like, it's just
black.
gas. It's gas.
Look.
What?
Suit is gas. It's sort of like gas, yeah? It's a gaseous state.
I love.
Soot is what builds up on the side of a chimney. And
Yeah.
It's black ash.
Yeah. That's what I'm like. I'm thinking like a chimney. He's a chimney sweep.
Yeah,
He's a
that's
chimney
what it
sweep
is.
man.
That's soot. And because all of this, it's like Gaara's fruit. Or Gaara's ability. Sorry about that.
Is that why he wears the mask? Because it's Soot.
He's a chimney. Bro, he's a chimney sweep. And like that kind of, I guess that makes sense with the crows. The crows are blowing my mind. Why the crows? Why crows?
Oh my goodness! I'm pretty sure that's what they called the
crows.
chimney sweeps back because they were all jumping on the chimneys.
Sure. Love it.
Think Mary Poppins and the chimney sweeps that were all jumping up on the ceilings.
Soot. Nobody saw this.
Oh my God! What is this story, man? This is good.
Oda, this is the best story ever written.
Ever written. Segrain, it answers so many freaking questions.
Oh, no wonder he was using suit in his attack. Even last time he Kara suit or belly suit. Okay. Captain of the Northern Forces Revolutionary Army Karasu Soot Soot Fruit.
Wow.
Laser shooter. Hurry, we're on the east side of town. We're gonna get out of here. We're gonna get out of here together. Thank you. Thank you so much. Not until you're safe and sound. Okay.
Okay. You still have more. So this is Let's complete all of your panel with our. I'm not as excited about the next guy, but this was fun. This was really fun.
Okay. Captain of the Southern Forces Revolutionary Army, Lindbergh. Whoa, there they go. Coming this way. Liberate them faster. On it. Crow. Oh. Oh, and Fujitora is here. So,
Everyone run!
oh my god.
Dude, I see Fujitora. I'm running. That gravity fruit is no joke. Dude,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
scary-ish.
Man,
You have to be strong. So let's see the crow against the gravity fruit.
this panel just looks awesome.
In the fact that it's black and it in the background shading for the black, it just works perfect. It works so well. I don't think this would have worked as well if it was like present time in his introduction with all this because of the back paneling. It's just so good. Oda, and then the fact that his hand comes off the page. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
It's off the damn
I'm-
page.
I'm done. I'm done with.
Oh,
the,
was that? Oh yeah, sorry. That
yeah.
was everything. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah. Now, not sip and discuss. Any panel by panels because yes, his hand comes off the page. That is
Keep going.
insane.
Keep going. Keep going.
We're going. You want? All right. So I am next. We only have 4 pages left, boys.
You got to the boys.
Okay. Ew. This boy is so angry all the time. Captain of the Western Forces Revolutionary Army. Mole. Because you're wrecking the city, obviously. Where did your leader go? Why are you trying to violate my privacy, you perv? That is amazing. So these two are facing off. And then you have... Huh? Who are you calling a perv? Ew, don't stare at me like that. You'll be put to death if anyone gets hurt, Ryokuju. How do you expect me to do my job? Get out of here, man. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so they're directly under the Celestial Dragons. No, thank you. And then you have...
The admirals, right?
Yep. Fujitora, what are you doing? I'm dropping him. Oh my god. He did that 10 years ago for me in Dressrosa, and it's still funny. It's still funny.
My dude.
Keep going. Wait, keep going. Keep going. Keep going.
Okay, I'm sorry. That I just had to... 2 admirals.
Yeah, keep going. Wait,
If-
wait. Look who's up. Look who's up.
If this weren't the land of the gods, they would wipe them clean of them. Oh, really, Jabra? Okay, here. The revolutionaries are putting up a good fight, handicap or not. Oh, hey, Khalifa. Those army captains are all serious business.
squad's
They're
back.
weird. Chop papa. Look at him with his glasses trying to be mature. Little mustache. Yoi. So the squad is back. And then we have Morley, Limburg, and Kaku just being like, ugh. Wow. So,
No doubt.
and it looks like they're
We already got
outside. Yeah, it looks like they're further away, right? Like at the gates.
Yeah.
If this weren't
Yeah.
the land of the gods,
Yeah,
they
they're from
could
the outside.
wipe the map clean of the 2 of them. The gods.
I don't think they stand any chance.
What do you think, CP0 or CP9? It's white. They're in white now, so that's why I'm thinking CP0.
But they don't have
So-
masks, though.
Really?
Like, I would expect them to have their masks
Mask?
because they're just rocking around. Like, even Kaku and them had a mask. They took it off, but still.
But also, we don't know if they were put in CP0 or CP9 was reinstated. Just maybe since CP0 seems to be a promotion from all the other CP agents.
Yeah, but
They're like at their headquarters right now. They like pop out of the headquarters, you know.
But even in the headquarters, I think CP0 have their masks on
I
most
think
of the
definitely
time.
in public, because remember in Emmy's lobby,
They're
took
in
off
public.
stuff when they got in the train.
they're outside. They're in public.
Oh, I don't know. I think they're in their headquarters. See that gate right there? That kind of tells you they're like in the interior of something.
Oh, no. That
So
tells me
they're
that
in-
they're looking at Marijwa. It tells me that they're walking up to the gates of Marijwa, and like, oh, there's a lot going on over there. Because you can see
Yeah.
behind, literally, Morley trying in Ryokuju
Dare you
fighting.
watch this on your phone?
Of course.
At the very least, there might be several gates. So maybe they're in the outer compound, not in the inner gate. So they're still outside.
Yeah. Looks like Jabra has a scar on his eye. Bluno doesn't look that much different. The other two I don't really care much for to even remember their names. And then Khalifa.
The hair guy's ability.
Khalifa, I missed you. How you been? What? What's going on? Okay.
Yeah,
I like how we're still in the backflash. So who's up anyway?
I think you're still up, right?
Well, on the next page, I believe I'm up.
Oh, yep. So I just finished. Okay, so I am done. So Drew, take us home. So let's start thinking about what the question poll is going to be too. The community poll.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'll keep it in the back of my head. Okay.
Give us a timer.
What's a crow guy sound like?
Sabo, have you found the collar key yet?
Any minute now.
No, we haven't gotten.
I think we've heard of it, right? Of his voice. We've heard. I think we've heard his voice, right?
It was on like a speaker thing, and it was interesting.
Oh, in the dub, you mean, or whatever, in the sub?
Mm-hmm.
I have no idea what he sounds like.
This
though.
dude, he's Soot.
Anyway, I found the location. Limburg, what? Kuma's moved to Pangea Castle too. I saw him with Saint Roswald and his son Charlos. God dang those two. Hate those two. I'm sure they're plotting revenge for what happened in the mingling courtyard earlier. Excuse me? She will be fine. He probably hasn't given up on the Princess Shueisha yet. He probably hasn't given up on Princess Shueisha yet. There we go, that's how you we'll never let him use Kuma like that. Of course we won't. Molly, get ready. You got it!
And here comes Bonnie.
And, yeah, and then here's Bonnie. Daddy! Oh, here's Bonnie coming back in the story. Will you leave me alone? I'm going to ask Vice Admiral Garp for help. But we are here to protect you. Well, it certainly didn't look that way with Sherry Hoshi back there. You're not stupid. You know they'll go after her again. There we go. Only King Cobra is permitted an audience with the 5 elders. But
Oh my God!
Chacapel, and then here's King Cobra. This will not take long, but I don't want you waiting around getting bored. Go and stand watch over Vivi instead. I can't help but worry over that tomboy daughter of mine.
She's going to talk to the 5 elders?
That made sense. He said he was going to do that. But yeah, that is exciting.
What are you talking about? Vivi just said that.
Huh?
That's where Vivi was
yeah.
going.
Well, he's gonna ask him about the poneglyphs and all that, he's gonna. He said he had some questions. He's like, I have some questions.
Are you talking about Cobra? Who are you talking about?
Cobra.
I'm talking about Vivi. Vivi is literally walking into the 5 elders' audience right now. That's what's happening.
No, I don't think so.
I don't think so.
No, she's going to.
Only Cobra is permitted an audience with the 5 elders, but Chakrapel.
Yeah, I think it's one of the guys that said that or someone like that. But if you look very well, Vivi is outside. Downstairs. She doesn't even know. I don't think she even knows of that.
Dude,
I know this is going on.
I know he's outside, but I think Vivi's on her way. Sorry.
To the wheelchair. Look at the guards, and then the wheelchair, and then
Yeah.
Hell is rolling him around, and then the other dude, and the guard's like, "Hey, you two guards, you stop right there. Only the king is in here."
Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
Exactly.
sorry.
Only King
That's
Cobra
my
is permitted
fault.
audience with
That
us.
is completely my fault. That's my fault. Sorry. Whew. Okay, Cobra,
But
go
look
ahead.
at
Go,
the
Cobra.
dichotomy.
Yeah, Cobra, go ahead.
But look
Yeah,
at the
that's my
dichotomy
fault.
between these two scenes, where Cobra is the elder and knows and is going to ask, while Vivi is demanding and huffing and puffing. Basically like what experience gets you versus what Vivi has to become is this more reasonable king right here. The dichotomy of these two panels, they're facing their challenges in a different way. Look
Very
at that.
true.
Vivi's like coming at it, and you know, King Cobra is playing it politically. So anyway, do we do and that's it.
Yeah, no, and I think with that, I think Drew just dropped some knowledge, which allowed us to pivot into a sip and discuss a toast to kicking butt. What's the question? What is there's so much happening.
I don't even know.
Because it looks like this is where Cobra dies and Sabo shows up next to his body. So I don't know. Are we gonna ask about the Soot Soot fruit?
Oh yeah. Is the Soot Soot fruit paramecia
or Logia?
We could do that.
What do you think, Sagreen?
I think it's a Logia.
No, I'm asking for like question thoughts because there's a lot that we can.
Yeah, we can go ahead and ask that.
Okay.
Since there's really not much to ponder about apart from that in the spin.
Oh, there's a lot to ponder. I don't know about that. The fact that Rob Lucci and Vivi are just hanging out is a lot to ponder on. Just saying.
Okay, so maybe I didn't put it out. There's really not much to not much questions in this chapter that we have to.
Answers were answered, and questions were not raised in this episode. In fact, we're just waiting to see what happens because we already know what happens. We're just seeing how it happens.
True.
A good question though is, who kills Cobra in this next episode?
It's
Like,
definitely.
is it anyone in particular? Does it matter? It doesn't matter who kills him.
As
It
long
could
as
be
it's a five
anybody.
elder.
But do you know what would be so saucy? What would be so good? It would be so juicy. Is if it was Sabo's stepbrother, whatever.
Ooh.
I
like
he
that.
was the one that did it, so that
I like
he
that.
could replace. So they'd be like, you want a seat at the table? You know, because he's hungry. He wants the kingdom. He wants to be one of the celestial dragons. They go, you want a seat at the table? Kill this guy. He's asking too many questions. Boom. And he gets a seat at the table. You know, I think that would be sick. And then Sabo jumps in and it's like, what the fuck? You just killed that guy? And he's like stepped in front of him. And then I think that's when the picture gets snapped. That's an idea. That's my
fair.
theory number one.
Or what if he did it? Sabo's brother did it, but then they meet with Sabo. One thing leads to another, and Sabo covers up for him, which is totally out of the blue. I don't
know about that.
So crazy.
There's no redemption possible, I don't think, for Sabo's brother, and because he's such an awful character at his gut core, even at his birth. Like, you can see that he was terrible from the beginning. Like how you show an irredeemable character like Doflamingo or Hitler or something, but you show them irredeemable at a young age. Like, oh, he's just wired different. Because some people are just wired different and need to be sent in the crazy chair. You know.
He was adopted, right?
He's adopted.
I would have said he inherited it from his parents, but I don't know his parents.
Funny. It's like adopted. That make him lower class, right? Well, who gave him that kid?
That is very interesting.
This could be like a higher kid. You know, like somebody higher on the totem pole that had to come down. You know, like a really noble's kid that their parents died or something. But anyway, blah blah blah. That doesn't matter, I don't think. But I love the idea that Kobe's brother is the one responsible for Cobra's death. I love that. I love that. Gives you another reason for Kobe or for Sabo to kick his ass.
That's what's top of mind for you? What's up?
Yeah. Okay. Question. Where is Shirahoshi right now? I'm confused. Did we hear if she escaped?
Garp got them. No. Garp got them home safe. Because remember, Garp said, yeah, because I remember distinctly Garp saying, "Please forgive humans for whatever about to happen next," because things are going crazy right now. But I distinctly remember after the reverie, him saying like, and then that's where like he found out something with. That's where we found out something happened with Alabasta, and then she was like, "Vivi-sama." Remember that part. Remember that part.
Yeah.
So there.
That was like 2 years ago, right?
Dude, I've been doing this 17 years. I've been doing this 18 years now. Oh no. Oh yeah, you can't ask me questions like that with One Piece. It's been a long time. Drew, what was that?
Thinking about like, I'm looking at Charlos right here. It's really ticking me off. I want him to be punched again. But I'm like, isn't the point of Luffy's punches to, tell these villains like, hey, your dream is bad. You have a bad dream because it hurts people. I'm gonna punch you and you're done. And I'm gonna take over your dream, but I'm gonna do it my way. And that's not violent like what you want,
But then you forgot something, Drew. You forgot something.
What?
Luffy's punch is not Takno Jutsu.
But no, it's not. But that's what it ends up being. It's not Takno Jutsu. I didn't say that.
Yeah, but then that is it. You're
in a sense, it kind of is.
You're describing Takno Jutsu.
Not really, because that's what actually happens with all the bad guys. He beats their dreams. So I know what Drew's talking about, Segrain.
Literarily, so not literally, but literarily, as in literature, in writing, as in like a point of a plot, pieces of elements to stories to pull you along, basically. Yeah, the idea though is that these celestial dragons, they get punched over and over again, and they do not learn, except for the one guy, right? Wait a minute.
He was a Doflamingo too. He was a Doflamingo.
I know,
that's the craziest part. He was the only one who's changed.
Eggs. I don't know, man. But maybe it's just this dude, and maybe it's not a solid literary thing that he's had then. So, but I just don't like the idea that he got punched really good by Luffy and didn't learn his lesson. I just don't really like that. I felt like it was for nothing, But what was it for? Was for them to get out of there, to get originally Sabaody to punch him the first time was to get the other mermaid lady out of there. Yeah. But I don't know. Whatever.
It just also goes to show how thick these people are. Like, these are the celestial dragons. No matter what you do to them, they're not going to change. And I think that's really kind of the point of why they're just so horrible and despicable. For instance, Kuma's gone. Like, he's out of that situation, but even seeing the flashback of that just frustrated me. And how they were just writing him like that. But it's hilarious that Ryokuju, Green Bull, Green Bull is fighting Morley, and Morley is like having this like, you're sexually harassing me, and this is the one person who's just like, what are you talking about? That's not happening at all. Meanwhile, the celestial dragons are back here just like, you better not lose or we're gonna kill you even more. And he's just like, that makes no sense. What are you doing? And that's why Garp didn't want to be an admiral, because they are directly telling him what to do. Oh, and Fujitora is dropping a meteor. Oh my goodness!
I would love that.
I forgot that. I forgot it.
Just leveling the whole place.
Like, you just forget that that's like his thing. He's like, I'm gonna call a meteor. We're in the back.
And I love the way he did it this time around. Like, yeah, in previous ones he did it like casually, but I love the way he's just. This one is so casual. Like, what are you doing? I'm dropping a meteor. Like, it's like he's not doing nothing.
Fuji is an interesting lad. Now, as we start to move into the different parts of the chapter, what have we not covered that we truly want to go over? Because we've been rolling for about 45 minutes. Go for another 15.
Final thoughts is what you're saying.
Oh, we'll go for another 15 minutes, but let's.
Yeah. You know what? So like the Revolutionary, right? They all had like these like dark kind of like steampunky looks, you know?
Oh yeah, that's really cool too.
Yeah, no, this is definitely like London, sci-fi 2000 or something like that. With a Soot Soot guy, you know, it kind of brings down the age of it. You know, I wonder what film he had in mind, because he introduced them all kind of like as these steampunky vibes, right?
Well, again, like, he's a chimney sweep. That's the thing. That's the funny part. That's like the steampunkish thing. What's the most steampunkish thing you could have? Like, he just doesn't have Sabo's top hat.
It's steampunk. Yeah, okay, yeah, that can be Soot there. Yeah.
Yeah, like, they still have chimneys and all of that. That's like, I am so happy with the Revolutionary Armies because they literally are the Industrial Revolution, and it's so cool. Did I just blow your mind there?
No, I love it. I love it.
Let's see here.
What do you think also of the idea that Sabo never posed like this? That, you know, like somebody else like dressed like Sabo and like framed him basically. It would be funny.
I don't know about that. I think that, and this is another way of drawing these last 4 or 5 pages to a close. He's running to get what they were calling the key. I think it was like the chain key or the neck collar key or something like that. So he is running to a location. I'm guessing that that's where the 5 elders are, because that's where we would probably hold something like that. So he's on the same location to where Cobra is going in, where Shaka, and thank you to these lads for pointing out that it was not Vivi that was going in there. It was Cobra, who's literally going to his death, as we know. So because his bodyguards are going to stay out of there. And then Bonnie is probably on her way to some type of engagement as well. So I'm guessing that Sabo is going to break into where the 5 elders are, and that's where he tries to defend Cobra, but it's too late. And that's where the photo's taken.
Yeah.
Like, I'm trying to see, like, where exactly was this guy's body, Cobra's body.
It's
okay. We don't really know much, but I don't think it is inside the room. Probably, maybe it could be at the hallway.
I'm not gonna lie, for someone in a wheelchair who's going to a room, I don't think that he can run out. So I'm just going to say that. Just pointing that out. So more than likely, he still went into the room, and to your point, he wouldn't be able to run out. So we kind of have to only think that he's still in the room because he is in a wheelchair.
I like your hallway idea. Like he was murdered in the hallway and then left, and then Sabo like comes upon it, and it's like a snail recorder, not like somebody actually taking the picture.
Exactly what I'm talking about.
Oh, okay,
yeah,
I have no idea about that.
I think they'll just kill him in their own, like, in their living room, in their room.
I think they would. I definitely think that if Sabo was in that meeting room,
something weird's here.
I definitely think that they would kill him in the area that where the 5 elders hang out. I'm willing to put money that they've murdered people in that location before. Like, I don't really think they have any kind of like faults of being like, oh, you're sitting like when Shanks came in, they knew they couldn't kill him. And now that the frickin' Holy Knights are a thing, and the person that was standing in front really had a Shanks silhouette, which is driving me mad. That is driving me mad. Because I don't know if you guys, no one's noticed this, so I'm gonna point it out. But when they go over what page is it? Page 4. That's a Shanks stance. The guy with the cutlass on his hip. That's a Shanks stance.
Page.
Bottom of page 4 when Dragon's talking about the Holy Knights.
Ooh.
That's a Shanks stance. So that in itself is driving me absolutely bonkers. So to the point where we don't even know Shanks' history. He has a connection to be able to go talk to the celestial dragons off the rep. I don't think that he's a celestial dragon, but this is the entry. I think this is the entry for Shanks.
Dude,
So
how
are you
wild
saying
would it
Shanks
be?
is a holy knight?
I think that he's related to someone.
Pirates. The red-haired pirates are the knights.
That would be.
But like, really, it's like.
That would be absolutely insane. I don't think I won't go that far.
You wouldn't do it.
We know that Shanks was found in a treasure chest, and that now he's able to talk to the 5 elders. That's all we know. So
Who knows? Maybe it's Shanks' twin.
So we don't know. And again, we know that
Probably,
if he was
probably is the best.
he was found in a treasure chest, remember that Roger had something at God Valley where there were celestial dragons. I'm sorry, like there's a huge possibility that if there's a community of people and there's a pirate and he's taking a treasure chest and there's a baby inside, may not be a celestial dragon, but it could be a holy knight.
Imagine if the celestial dragons, like, they could only have 2 kids, okay? And so going back to, like, Sabo's brother and then Shanks, like, you know, sometimes they're like, oh, you know, I really want a son and then a daughter, you know, so I could have a daughter to marry off and a son to carry on the name, or something like that. And then they have to, like, they're like, all right, here you go, Shanks. Shanks in the treasure chest.
That is interesting.
Okay, or, like, that's how Sabo's brother got, you know, put to be, like, a second or third child or something. That'd be wild.
There's just so much to speculate, and I love it so much. Go ahead and make sure your vote is counted for the Soot Soot fruit. Between
6 watching.
All right, that means there's 2. So for the individuals who are following along with the stream, go ahead and leave us a like. That really helps us out a lot. As well as vote on whether you feel it is the Soot Soot or Paramecia. I kind of just got lost in the moment because it's just, we're all speculating. But hey, we're on the stream. And we'll go for another, what is it? We'll go for another 8 minutes or so. Because any thoughts on the Holy Knights?
Peanut Gallery.
Any thoughts on the Holy Knights at all?
I don't think it's Shanks. I just don't. I think Shanks has enough going on.
That's fair. But
I think Shanks is interesting, as it were. But it would condense the story down to say, okay, if you defeat Shanks and Blackbeard in cahoots with you and Buggy, you know, and Miyagi and da-da-da. But you know, like, if Luffy and Buggy versus Shanks and Blackbeard or something like that, you know, if Shanks is really with the Celestial Dragons, that would be interesting. Or like at least a 3-way fight, or a 3-way fight, and then Buggy's like, you know, trying to get the treasure, you know, bouncing around, you know.
Oh, Buggy.
I
always forget.
And the whole time this is going on, the meteors are going down. You know, Fujitora is bringing, you know, mass hysteria and the biggest battle you've ever seen. And the whole time, Zoro and Mihawk during like, you know, this 30 chapter end battle. Zoro and Mihawk for 30 chapters are going to be locked in a duel. Boom, boom, boom! Kakurasaki! Oh man, it's gonna be so.
As long as it's not as long as the most epic fight, which is Raizo versus Fukurokuju, I think we're fine. I think we'll be good. As far as epic, that was too epic. That ninja stare down was too epic.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, really. I mean, what was it? Yeah. No. Yeah.
That was funny. Any other thoughts? I know we're in a flashback, but We got a lot of information. One, this is the most I think I've ever heard Dragon talk. I want to mention that. Again, most I've ever heard him talk. To the point of, is this a Sabo thumbnail or is this a Dragon thumbnail?
Oh.
Why not both?
Hey,
I prefer
a
one.
vote for Sabo for a really good reason.
Okay.
Okay, I think we're setting up some really cool rivalries here. Okay, or some really cool dichotomies or whatever. I like the word dichotomies.
Good.
So Sabo being the leader of the revolutionaries, right? This whole, I don't feel that name. I'm not feeling this. You know who didn't feel his emperor title either? Luffy. But at the next challenge with Kaido, it was absolutely put in. And right now, Sabo doesn't feel like the Flame Emperor, right? But I think we're gonna have Sabo leading these revolutionaries pretty soon. And I even while Dragon's alive, I think Dragon will step down and let Sabo take over, because I think he's the more charismatic leader, and the public knows his face, and they're cheering for him, you know. And I think that's what we're kind of setting up here. And you notice that it was it was Kuma, Ivankov, and Dragon before, right? Those were the main three big leaders.
Mm-hmm.
And then Sabo was kind of under whoever. Now you see who's at the table. We got Sabo filling in his shoes for Kuma. Okay.
Fair. So that's very fair.
He's already. So we're looking at like the progress between now. You know, Sabo is sitting at the table. Look at this. Dragon pours him a drink. Look at that. Pours him a drink. How symbolic is that? He is at Yonko level here. He is the emperor. Dragon's an emperor, and Ivankov is the queen. An emperor in him or his own right. You know? He's at the table with Luffy. And I think that's what we're setting up here. That Sabo has his own dreams. And I think we're going to see President Sabo with this cool blonde hair and his nice suit. And he's going to be President Sabo after the story's done. That would be so cool. There you go. I love my big rants. I don't know.
Well, I'm sorry to King Cobra, but this way suits me just fine.
I like.
What does that mean?
I like your what do you call this word again? Your head cannon. I like your head cannon.
No, I appreciate it too, but I'm in that page and I'm looking down like, I'm sorry to King Cobra, but this suits me just fine.
No, that's another thing. Maybe Sabo did kill him.
But the news does not always.
In white.
King Cobra of
Maybe
Alabasta is known far as
He's like,
wide.
whoa, hold it, son. Like a Spider-Man situation, like you know, when Ben dies and like Spider-Man's like, oh yeah, go ahead, you know. Yeah, I don't know.
Anything gets the flames of revolution. Okay, never mind. Never mind. That explained anything that gets the flames of revolution burning. So, okay, that's fair. So he's okay with King Cobra dying. Well, he wasn't close with him, so I guess that's fine. Interesting. So not to say that Sabo's a little cold-blooded, but it does look like there's blood around Cobra. And his wheelchair is on the ground.
It makes me think it's detached, though. Like, he didn't do it when he says it like that. It's like, I didn't do it, so, I mean, I'm sorry, King Cobra, but I'm going to take over this, you know. It sounds more decent and understandable and justified if he didn't do it.
I think being a bit cold-blooded suits Sabo.
I like that.
Very much.
Well, it's like how we automatically thought Green Bull was like some cool Chad just because he laughed with Fujitora like one time in one shaded panel.
Oh, I know.
And everyone's like, oh, he's a cool guy. And then he turns out to be this like bloodthirsty, like genocidal maniac. We're like, oh, what is this?
He's a yes man.
In the fact that he's getting sexually assaulted. Sorry, no, he's sexually assaulting Morley with that thick
Yeah, right.
those thick cheeks. Like, jeez. Let's see here. I know we talked in depth about Karasu. Any thoughts on Lindbergh? Not really.
What is this devil fruit?
I don't think he's a mink.
Do we know?
No, he's just a scientist, I think.
Okay, okay.
No, he's
the
a
mink.
no, he's a mink. That's what he's asking about. He's a mink. He's a cat mink.
Okay.
So yeah, like the revolutionaries, they're diverse, man. They got minks on their crew. The Straw Hats are the only ones who are like, minks. We don't want any fur bait. We don't want that. We don't want that rabbit, carrot, and all that crew. We've got Chapper. No, devil fruit. So no, he wouldn't count. Do you think that this pirate that was freed is of use? And you know how Oda like never does anything for nothing. On page 9, the pirate that was freed in the Karasu Soot Soot bird was just like, run to the east. Like, I'm not saying this is Roger, but do you think this is like do you think it would be anyone of note?
Right to the east.
Well, it's a pirate. I'm just like, wouldn't it be crazy if this is actually someone? If a celestial dragon's riding on a pirate, then they're noteworthy. That's what I mean.
No, he's generic as hell.
Okay, that's fair.
He's like the Crescent pirate.
Go ahead and mark this down, folks. If this turns out to be like Luffy's great grandfather.
Funny though.
Also, I was looking, in case anyone was wondering, I did not see Panda Man in any of the backgrounds.
Panda Man in a minute.
Well, that's the funny part. I am rereading,
Go ahead,
and I just
go pee real quick.
Go ahead. Go ahead and mute though. I don't need to hear anything. But it's funny, Drew. I'm rereading, and I just picked up volume 5, which Panda Man's first appearance is on the Baratie, which is insane.
In the boat.
Yep, it is so cool. And I even passed over it, read at SBS, like, who's that guy? And I'm like, oh, Panda Man. So, just for anyone wondering, on like the big page 2 and all those other big spreads, I've been looking for Panda Man. It would be interesting if Panda Man was on Marijwa, but I don't really see him. Any other? Let's see here. I do like that they are keeping up the motif that the celestial dragons are just giant pieces. And no Panda Man here.
Important? Okay, ask yourself this. Okay, who killed Cobra?
I'm going with one of the celestial dragons, and since I only know one, I'm going with J Saturn.
All right, let's go down that path. Okay, it's a celestial. Wait, it's one of the celestial dragons. It's like a random punk, or is it one of the Gorosei?
Sorry, that's my fault. One of the five elders. That's what I meant. I'm going with one of the 5 elders.
Gorosei, right? That's like way cooler.
Yeah, go with the Gorosei. Go with the Gorosei. Yeah. So I thought it was I think it's one of the Gorosei murdered him. Like that. I don't think.
Be interesting?
Well, after they bowed their head to Eam and said, "Who should we snuff out from the fate of history?" I don't think they're above killing anyone, anywhere, at any point. Like, I don't think they're above it. The fact that they murder because they already murder anyone at anywhere at any point anyway. They already do kill people at any they already treat people like that. So I don't see why they wouldn't be murdering Cobra right there. Like, I disagree with everything. Okay.
Like when I say narratively interesting, I mean like what does it do to like why hide this moment, right? Like we okay, Cobra's dead. Okay, done, right? So that was revealed a long time ago. Cobra's dead. Why is Cobra dead, right? They're like, who did it? Was the big question. We see Sabo, and Sabo's not really giving us an answer. So like, who did it? Who did it? Who did it? That's the big answer, right? Or that's the big question that's been going on. What's that?
It's probably Eam then.
Right. Well, it has to be somebody interesting. Is all I'm arguing. All I'm arguing, it has to be somebody interesting because we're guessing at like who did it, right? Was it Sabo? Was it Celestial Dragons? Or C, B, D, E, whatever. So anyway, so again, my reasons for Sabo as a thumbnail.
That's fair. I second the motion on Sabo. I love the fact that I'm going through and I'm looking at all the panels. The fact that we have Vivi chewing out Rob Lucci. The One Piece just like comes together so perfectly and just fits. I love it so much. Just because I was so overwhelmed with the thought that she was going in to get killed by the Gorosei, because that's what happened to Cobra, that she was arguing with Rob Lucci like it was nothing.
Oh yeah. But also, you know what's kind of funny? Now we're getting Rob Lucci a redemption a little bit. Look at his eyes. He's like he feels her suffering. I think he feels her pain here.
I think he's
wants
annoyed
to
as
help.
shit. What are you talking about? This is Rob
Oh,
Lucci.
really?
He's annoyed. Like, he is super annoyed. Segrain, you're muted, by the way. Yeah, I think he's annoyed. Like, what are you
He
talking?
feels for her. But
That
we're
is
here to
it. He's
protect you.
annoyed as hell. He's annoyed. Drew was like, he feels her. I was like, no, he doesn't feel anything. Lucci is a psychopath. He doesn't feel anything. So the only thing is he's annoyed. Lucci redemption.
Luffy punched him. Come on, but we didn't see that. That doesn't always work.
The only Lucci redemption we're getting is what we've got right now in Egghead. That's the highest redemption I think we'll see from Lucci.
Which, speaking of, when is I'm gonna, as we start to wrap up, because we have hit our hour mark, lads, and I thank everyone for being a part of this fun stream. There's a couple of people that have jumped in. We had 7 votes and that was only 3 of them, so I will be marking that off, but I'm gonna do a really quick look because I think it's been at least 4. The last chapter was 1079. Yeah. Last chapter that we got anything was 1079. We've been away from the Straw Hats for a solid 4 chapters.
And I think the next chapter is gonna be this flashback because it's still black in this panel.
Oh yeah, the black.
I think
We're
it's
gonna
be a continuation.
We're gonna continue. We're gonna get. I think we're gonna find out. Or how about this? Next thoughts for next chapter, because we're peak middle. We get one more chapter. Chapter coming in 7 days. Whew. I had to check real quick before I got committed to that. Chapter coming in. So that's gonna be like do not be on the social media starting tonight, because like spoilers are gonna be hitting hard. Like that 3rd chapter is like heat. So just be ready for it, boys. Be ready.
And my guess is that it's Kobe's brother that did it.
Kobe's brother.
Or not Kobe. Did I say Kobe? I meant Sabo.
Sabo. So you think Sabo's brother? I think it's one of the I think it's one of the Gorosei that murdered him. I think we're gonna find out everything. I honestly think we're now in one of those phases where Oda is giving more in the flashbacks than he is in real time. So when we're in the flashbacks, that's when we're actually getting everything. So I do think we're gonna find out who killed him, and I think we're gonna figure out what happened why Bonnie ended up in that water thing when we first found her. I think we're gonna find out how she got, like, Kuma popped her the frick out. Go ahead.
Oh, that's Green. I think you should take the bet on who killed Cobra to be Sabo. I think you should take that bet so that we can each have a different square on the bingo board. If you don't take that bet, I'd like to know who you think, if you feel strongly in a different way.
I'm just gonna wait and I'm just gonna wait it out. Just gonna wait and see who actually killed Cobra.
Well, if it is Sabo, you'll win.
That's fair.
Okay.
Hedging all bets. Thank you to everyone who has watched up until now. For those who were a part of the poll, the One Piece community for the Runaway Warlords has spoken, and the Soot Soot fruit is a Logia at 57% of the vote. Let's see here. Where is the... There we go.
Very nice.
Thank you all.
All
That's
right.
what it is. When I made that joke about the celestial dragons, when I make that pun.
Oh no, you're good. You're good. I'm gonna go ahead and end the poll and start getting to work on everything as we start wrapping up. Any final thoughts, gentlemen?
Ready for next week. Ready for next week.
Dude, I am so excited. Happy Mother's Day to all of our One Piece fans that are madres, have madres, love a madre out there. You all are amazing. You all are Bellamy-san to me. And for everyone else, thanks for stopping by. Be sure to like and subscribe. It really helps us out. We also have another video that just went live last night on Vinland Saga, the Viking narrator, which go check that out on the
New
watch
season's
list.
a little strange, but I like it.
Thank you. Thank you. That means a lot. I am the student is slowly getting close to the master. We'll see. We'll see, senpai. I'm catching up. Thank you all for joining me. I am the DarkBriton, and always remember that anime is adulting. Peace. So